So were you raised by your father and mother or just mother?
My parents divorced when I was 10, and then they both married women.
They both married women?
They both married women.
Your mother married a woman too?
My mother married a woman.
What the? And
I know.
what did that have an impact on you when she did that?
Somewhat. I think the impact was more that she broke up our little nuclear family by leaving, and then the woman she married kind of hated me, and then my mother sort of started hating men. So,
amazing. And
yeah,
so did you go live?
Pretty awful.
Did you go live with your mother after that? I mean, your father after that, or?
I lived with both.
Oh, okay.
Half with each parent, and then when I was 16, my mother told me to go live with my father full time.
And did you get along with the stepmother with your father's wife?
Sort of. Why? I think she just didn't want kids.
She didn't like kids?
Not really, no.
And when you would tell your father, this lady don't like me, she doesn't like kids, what would he say about that?
I was a little more easygoing when I was 16, so I kind of just tried my best to tiptoe around everybody.
Amazing, man. When you were growing up, is it true that your mother told you gender is a social construct?
She did say that, and that was you got to remember that this is Amherst, this very liberal town, so they're probably 15 or 20 years ahead of where everybody else was. So this was in 1999. It was pretty widely accepted in my little town that gender is a social construct. Yeah.
So I'm black and slow. I don't know exactly what that means when someone says that you're told that gender is a social construct. What's a social construct with gender?
What does you being black have to do with this?
I'm slow. Well, I am black. Can you tell? Can you see me?
I see that you're black, but what do you think? Black people are slow?
No, I said I am.
But what does it matter that you're black?
I didn't say black people. I said I'm black and slow, and I don't know what gender. Gender is a social construct. Yeah, what is social construct when it comes to
the James Brown song? Say it loud. I'm black and
I'm black and I'm proud, but I'm black and I'm slow.
Okay.
What the?
It means that the roles that we play in society and the way the meaning that we derive from being a man or being a woman is human generated. There's nothing inherent to being a man or being a woman from our biology that makes us fit into society the way that we do.
Really? And do you believe that's true?
I think that's an oversimplification. I think it's somewhat true, but obviously, if you look at like mice or like bees, like, the males and females do have distinct roles in their society. So I think it's somewhat true.
At what age were you when your mother told you gender is a social construct? How old were you at that time?
I think I was 14.
And how do you remember how you reacted to that?
Yeah, I said, I don't want to talk about this.
That's right. And she didn't want you to be a man?
I don't think so.
That's amazing.
I know.
Do you think that has something to do with the way you see things now?
Sure. I think it's inevitable.
So then you know that what she told you was wrong then, right?
Yeah, I mean, even if you believe that, I think telling a 14-year-old that is a complicated, is a thing you should handle delicately. And I think she was enjoying making me uncomfortable by saying it.
That's amazing. Have you forgiven her for that?
No.
And why not?
Because she hasn't given me any reason to.
She has given you a reason to. You're miserable on the inside, so that's a reason to forgive her so you can be free. What the?
I think forgiving her would just make me more miserable.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because I just don't I don't want any type of relationship with her.
You don't have to have a relationship with her to be forgiven. You can go free. and overcome the trauma.
I guess I don't think there is any overcoming.
Yeah, there
trauma.
is.
I don't think so.
Are you joking or are you serious?
I'm serious.
And why is that?
I think you can kind of integrate it into your life better and not let it ruin your life totally, but it's going to partially ruin your life. I mean, that's why it's important not to traumatize your kids, because they can't really ever get over it.
They can get over it. They just don't know how. Do you plan to get married to have children one day?
I don't know.
Well, if you do and you get married in the state of being, you're going to end up traumatizing your children in the same way that you've been traumatized. You may not do the same action or use the same words, but it would be the same spirit.
Yeah, I get your line of thought here. I just don't agree. I think the opposite. I think that if you delude yourself into thinking that you're cured or fixed, and that you've let go of your feelings, then I think that person is likely to traumatize their kids in the same way.
And so you're just going to live a life of misery your whole life? Life
not
of
miserable.
Hell? What?
I'm not miserable all the time, just sometimes.
Amazing.